It's from Masters Enigma, which is the new update's name, of course, 7.8, in reality 0.7, but 0.1. It's a... I don't know if it is this maybe a typo or something? I don't know. But it's 7.8.1. The whole VOD is right here as well. The active Twitch drop, of course, is what we have currently. So you all are right here, you know, able to earn it for the next hour. If you weren't at the live stream yesterday. If you were there, you probably would already have gotten it. But it's this very, very beautiful poster right here with the purple border. And 7.8.1 goes live. Players will need to watch 5 hours to earn this mount, which is very similar to one we got as the very, very first Twitch drop, the very first one, which was also a walk-up, but it has a little antenna on top and a lamp on the front. It's very similar to that one. And yeah, they did also talk about how there were some people who had made them aware that some of these rewards were very purple, so they wielded it in a little bit, which, to be honest, I think might actually be a good idea. I do think the last one we got was very purple, like very purple. I thought it was fine. It's like war paint. I was okay with it. But I can understand what some people are talking about as well. I think this is a good middle ground. It has the purple accent, the Twitch purple after all, so we know where it comes from, but it's also very, you know, it's very cool. So on March 10th, and yes, I am gonna continuously say March 10th, okay? Because of what Eric said. Eric said that they've mentioned the date several times during the stream, and he made specific note about it when he was talking about the Dantooine Spring Abundance Festival, where he said March 10th. That's a very particular, or that's a very specific date. He made note of that one. So therefore, I am putting my head on the plate and saying it's going to be March 10th, even if it's not confirmed in here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that.
Oh, something new to put those eggs. And the nice thing is it's coming back on March 10th, which might be a nice point to a date.
Then we have update on the story content, of course. English voices for upcoming content are in place. However, at the launch 7.8.1, players using French and German clients will be able to play it and the new date night with English voices and only subtitles for the native languages. The reasoning for it is because the French and German voice actors are still on strike. So they have not, or I don't know if they're still on strike, but there's definitely some negotiations going on. I googled it and so on, and there's still some negotiations going on, which means that they are still not recorded and available and so on. I know some game studios have replaced the people who are not available, but I don't think SWTOR are going to do that. I think it takes a lot for them to replace any voice actors. They're just going to have to be patient when it comes to French and German recording. It's all in negotiations from what it sounds like. And they are separated from the the American ones. But let's be honest, we also know that all the SWTOR players will lose their poop. Okay, they would lose their poop if their favorite voice actor got replaced. Empire and Republic leadership makes their way to Odessa to discuss the development in the Mandalorian conflict. They should just get smacked in the face. Darth Maul's holocron. Yes, and Malgus escaped from the fleet! Yeah! Give me more Malgu! Amidst the chaos, Darth Jadis makes contact with the player, which is what we experienced at the last update, of course, and offers guidance. And I think our agent makes it very clear that this is not a good idea. So I think we should listen to the agent. But yes, we are also gonna be able to board Darth Maul's research vessel, which was really cool, which is called the Enigma. Ah, funny enough, it fits with the name and everything. There is a little teaser trailer, you know, you should watch it. There is, of course, the Torian and the Kira date night. I bet they're gonna keep going with date nights of companions that is relevant for the story that is currently going on, and then branching out after that. So my question is, who's gonna be next? So I wonder if we are gonna get a date night in the fall. Like, we're gonna get Galactic season at 7.9.1. So the question will be if we're also going to get a date night there, and who is then going to be. I am hoping for Vector. I will gladly admit that, but we will see. And who else, I don't know. But Kaleo maybe. No, probably not. And we are getting some really nice rewards as well. They did show that I managed to actually take some screenshots of as well. So we have Torian Kaderas, and then we have Kira Carson. So these are the 2 rewards you also get out of it from completing it the 5 times to get the achievement. So you get these 2 decorations out of it as well. And I do actually have a character that is available to romance both of them and get a date night out of it. So I'm actually prepared for these this time. You only want Vector so you can have gorgeous with the hive again? No. No, Bill Samber. No, I think Vector because we are, you know, dealing with Jadis, and Vector was around when all of that happened as well. So therefore, I think he would be a perfectly great choice. There are 2 that seem to have been around more recently. Vector had comments about Dorothy used car salesman. Yeah. Exactly. Moving on. Spring Abundance Festival will also return, and we're gonna get this goofy freaking reward, okay? I know some people really loved it and thought it was super cute. I think it's goofy AF, okay? But I'm still gonna get it. It's not that. I'm still gonna get it, but it's goofy. I'm gonna say it as it is. So I'm just gonna ask the question now. Flesh Raiders lay egg, right? How about Kawaki Monkey Lizards? They lay eggs, right? Because then it still fits in my headcanon. They added Solus. Heck no! You take Solus out of your mouth! How dare you! This is one of the new rewards, which is March 10th. Which I also caught note of here. You know, I took these screenshots, and this is also where he very specifically makes note of this date. He makes very specific note of March 10th. So I think 7.8.1 is coming out March 10th, which actually also do fit in timing. Let me just find my calendar. See, we are on the 26th. Yeah, it fits. In 2 weeks, that will fit with the 10th. So 2 weeks after the dev stream, that usually fits. Then they talked slightly about the Cartel Market editions. There's not going to be a lot. There was these really cool, you know, vines and so on that both can fit on the walls, on the ceilings, on the floors and so on. They're pretty cool, but it's the only one we're getting, and I bet it's because the other things that they're working on for the Cartel Market is gonna be later. Because I bet we're gonna get some Cartel Market items that fits with the Darth Maul show and with the Mandalorian and Baby Grogu. The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think we're gonna get something that is themed by those two, but they are not coming out until May or something like that. I have a feeling it's something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's right, yeah. And just like we did with the Visions armor set that came in the C patch following 7.8, we're also going to have some other stuff that's going to be coming in a follow-up patch following 7.8.1, so stay tuned for details on that. Can maybe fill in the details on what those things might be.
Okay, and then they also made, of course, a reminder of the biggest Gooner outfit in SWTOR. Okay, if you have not gotten your Gooner outfit yet, shame on you. What kind of Melgooner are you? Disappointed. This is a really nice one. They just made note that because they hadn't showcased it on a stream, so we have this one. It's very nice. I have not regretted getting this. This is one of the one of the prettiest armor sets they have added in a long time. And then of course the bundle that has already come out, just showcasing as well, which is of course the one with the 60-day sub, 2,400 Cartel coins, the mount here that can be used from level 1, and it's $40 or 35 quid. Then they're talking about Galactic Season! We're finally getting Galactic Season back! I am so excited because I need it, okay? I need goals to work towards. I am one of those people who need goals, And I love Galactic Season. I think it's one of the best things they've added to the game in a long, long time. But this time around, it is different, okay? It's different. Because this time around, we are getting returning ones. So we're getting rewards, and I'm guessing maybe the meta achievements as well, or whatever, from Season 1 and 3. For Galactic Season 10. So those are the one that includes SWTOR and Phalanx. And some new smart rewards along with it as well. SWTOR here, and then we have Phalanx as well, including all the rewards, and that's weapons, is the skins for the commander, and there was a lot of skins for these ones in the early days. As well as the titles. I think the meta achievements will be part of it as well. That I don't think they specified that, but I think it's going to be all the mounts as well is going to be there. And my worry, of course, as someone who has no life and who plays this game full time and who did all of the achievements for all the seasons that's been here so far and have gotten all of it, what's then for me? Because I already have all of this. Who cares? I have this. Who cares then? But of course they care. So they made sure that there are many new rewards involved in it as well. So we're gonna get all the old ones, which is a hefty amount, but then we're also getting new ones like this one, which is a new companion mount that can be earned in the game. Has nothing to do with being a subscriber, has nothing to do with this or that. You can earn these two mounts, which is like a taxi, so you literally can have your companion sitting right next to you. I just hope there's going to be enough content for, you know, the full-time losers like me, okay? I'm being a little bit selfish, okay? I also know that one of the reasons why they are also doing this I don't know if it's fully my fault, okay? But it's maybe a little bit my fault, because I did have some people reaching out to me about Galactic Seasons that there's a whole bunch of achievements linked to them, especially these two where there's an actual achievement points to be earned and they can't get them. Like, all these are just zero, so it's not that big of a bother, but then you have these where there's like, so I'm wondering if it has something to do with that as well, that there's like whole achievements that can't be earned anymore because they weren't around, and well, it's a complicated matter. There's also the other fact that is never really being talked about, but that I will speculate very openly about here, okay? I think there is a level as well of them reusing older seasons like 1 and 3, and then in the next season, which is in the fall, Galactic Season 11 is going to be 2 and 4, is because then they don't have to produce a whole lot of new stuff. Hopefully that means that they can then focus fully on 8.0 for the next year. I'm hoping it's that, and you know what, if we can feel that in 8.0, I will be okay with this. I will full on be okay with this if we're getting a blast of an 8.0 with a 15-year anniversary to market as well. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I kind of hope so. So 15-year anniversary update check-in. It's such a long sentence for yeah. As a reminder, game update 7.9 Legacy Reborn will be the finale of Legacy of the Sith, which has been some time coming, and will be coming this spring. See, this is the one coming this spring. When? Because 7.8.1 is in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. It's in 2 weeks. It's on March 10th. So will this be in May? Because normally this is the summer update and it will be here during the summer. So are we getting this update in May? Because then there's gonna be quite a while before we get any content again, other than Galactic Season, of course. Following that will be game update 7.9.1 and will contain Galactic Season 11, which will be Season 2 and 4, which will follow the same format as Season 10, but the returning rewards will be the same as Season 2 and 4. So there we got it. Completely solidified. We are planning tons of opportunities for players to learn about and engage with 8.0 content. planning tons of opportunities for players to learn about and engage with 8.0 content. So, PTS. Our plan is throughout the year we'll be communicating through live streams, blogs, videos, short stories, and PTS. We're gonna get to play with Eric again, okay? Kokesh, better be prepared. Our next major communication will be the 7.9 development livestream in late April, early May, so it's not that long away. Talking about 7.9. 7.9. There will be share details about not only Legacy Reborn, but will also be the first time we start detailing the first features of 8.0. So be sure to tune in. Oh, we will be there, and we will be demanding raids. Okay, we will also have some fun rewards to celebrate May 4th, so stay tuned for the announcements surrounding Star Wars Day, of course. Game update 7.8.1 Masters Enigma will be released in March, and then hot on its heel, the end of the month, at the end of the month, keep your eyes peeled for Keith's next exclusive producer letter. Executive producer. His exclusive producer. It's very exclusive, okay? So be sure you keep an eye out for it. Bloody hell.
We're working on.
So can I point out that Eric is very good at the non-answers, okay? He is media trained into doing the non-answer. It's why you have the soon TM from him, okay? Okay, let's hear.
Strap in for Legacy Reborn. Right. Just strap in. Team's got some stuff cooking. Boy, are they cooking. The other things we really want to make sure we're working on when it comes to 8.0 is we want to make sure that we are creating new content, gameplay, and systems. And that's all the things that you would expect in an 8.0. You know, things around level changes, combat changes, gearing changes, new content.
Okay. Analyze. We are getting combat changes, level changes, and gearing changes. So that is what we always expect, okay? That's what we always expect. So we're getting 5 extra levels at 8.0. It will do it, Danny. Just, you cannot fight against it. It's what they always do. We're gonna get 5 extra levels. There will be gearing changes, and then there will be combat changes. So everyone blame Kokesh for that, okay? It's always Kokesh's fault.
I want to make sure that we are creating new content, gameplay, and systems. And that's all the things that you would expect in an 8.0. You know, things around level changes.
Level changes?
Combat changes, gearing.
Combat changes and gearing changes. So strap in and just deal with it. It's been a long time since we dealt with that, okay? It's been a long time. It's been, what, 4 years? 4 years. I think we've gone a little bit complacent. It's been 4 years. Because you are the one who gives them all the feedback about combat. So every time we talk about, you know, balance changes, go whine at Kokesh, not me. Just saying.
Changes, new content that cover different player types. Group, large, small group, solo players, story.
Okay, so he is saying it here.
In an 8.0, you know, things around level changes, combat changes, gearing changes, new content that cover different player types. Group, large, small group.
Large, small group. He is saying over it so fast. Can I just say that? Eric, my man. I like you, okay? But
I have you now.
Please just tell us we're getting a raid. Okay, please just appease us that we're getting a raid. We need to know. Just tell us, man.
Solo players, story players. You know, we really want to make sure that we're building things across everybody. Not to say everybody's getting everything, but we really want to make sure we're building.
Not everybody is getting everything.
Building for multiple player types, you know?
Yeah, somebody in our pre-recorded version asked if there was a question about whether or not there's larger group content. Right.
Yeah.
Are you covering that?
I just said. That's what I just.
Okay.
I just
Just
said. I
sure
said.
that
I
pre-recorded stuff.
I said we're trying to cover. You know, we're making sure we're aiming for multiple player types. Yep.
What if I'm all of those players?
What if you're all of those player types? Well, that's
a good question for Brooks.
That's a good guess. So if you're the Venn diagram of all of those different types of players, that's what we're trying to aim for. Funny enough, as I was looking at 8.0 content, there might even be a Venn diagram somewhere literally in there. That's a joke that maybe someone will get a few months from now.
Later down.
Yeah.
Why can't he just answer the question? Eric. I love Eric, okay? And I know that Eric is scared every time Keith gets on because Keith always talks too much. He always tells us too much, okay? Way too much. And you know what? We're here for it. What am I expecting from 8.0? Someone was very kind of asking me that question. Let me just see who was it who asked me that question. Twitch, stop! It was Elf Kerensky. What am I expecting for 8.0? So I am expecting exactly what they say here. We're going to get 5 extra levels. We're going to get a revamp of gearing. So we're going to have to get an increase in gearing cap again. And I am expecting combat changes. Could that be new combat, or could that be, you know, just balancing? Because balancing will always have to be implemented. Every time there's a level increase, there has to be balance changes. So that is the clear expectation. My hopes, however, is that we're gonna get a really big update for once. Like a really, really large update. That is my hope. It's not an expectation, it's a hope of getting a really big update that is fitting and appropriate for 15-year anniversary of the longest running Star Wars game. I am hoping for a raid as well. I will be very, very brutally honest and say I don't give a flying fire truck about PvP, but hey, maybe even that. But I don't care. But if it'll make people happy, let's put that in there as well. Just to make people happy. I just don't care. But those are my hopes. My hope is the big story update, like massive story update with new areas to explore, new planets implemented. Kashyyyk, listen to me. Hear my thoughts. Developers of Star Wars, hear my thoughts. You already have it implemented through the Dantooine storyline. We want Kashyyyk, large trees, platforms you can get up into, the Shadowlands. Maybe a big spider boss. That's my hope. And then raid. A new raid. Oh, here's another hope, by the way. Here's another hope. Another hope. Melee tech classes. I would love a melee tech class where you use tech blades and you use combat that is not related to the Force. Maybe even something like you have a tech blade and then you have a shotgun as well. So certain attacks you will use a shotgun like a scoundrel would do. Or maybe like they can literally rotate some of those abilities in, so it basically be a hybrid build that you have maybe a shotgun like a scoundrel, or maybe you will have, you know, like certain blaster attacks coming in because you just pull up your gun for a moment, but then a melee for the rest. Everything being in medium to melee range. Never long range. Medium to melee range. I think that would be great. A melee tech class. That I hope we get to see. Will we? I don't know. But it would be lovely. Kashyyyk, as we saw it in Knights of the Old Republic, you know, where most of it is happening up in, you know, up in the tree, you know, tree houses, you know, up on the bridges and that kind of stuff. So you're up in among the trees, and if you fall to your death, kind of thing. But then also having certain lifts that can go down to the Shadowlands, so you basically have 2 levels of Kashyyyk, just like Knights of the Old Republic have. So you have up in the trees and you have down on the bottom in the Shadowlands. I think it would be such a great addition, and then you would also have the perfect place for an updated version of Life Day. Kashyyyk is my biggest hope to implement into SWTOR. That would be so great. Like, they have already let the foundation of it with what some of the stuff they've done here on Dantooine, with, you know, the really massive trees and, you know, the tree trunks that you run in between and so on. Hey, a lot of it could absolutely be reused assets for something like Kashyyyk, just maybe a little bit darker. I think that would be absolutely amazing. Trandoshan slaver boss. Yeah, exactly. Trandoshan slavers, or like, not necessarily slavers, because they're not usually, they're just hunters. But yeah, a Trandoshan group that will come in, like a whole flashpoint around that. Yeah, absolutely. On Empire side, maybe you're helping them. On Republic side, you're fighting against them. Ah, look at all the ideas we're coming up with here. Seriously, it would be a fantastic idea. I will forever also hope for one more thing, okay? Because I know this is a very, very requested thing for people. I am sometimes dismissing it a little bit from people because I kind of see it as in it's never gonna happen. So I temper my own hope around it, but something I would love to see. I would not be against it, and I know that a lot of people are also requesting this. To be able to replay all story on your character, not just Kotev. I know a lot of people would really love that, and yeah, one of the big ways you could do that would be through eras. You literally have these where right now you have a trailer button. Imagine if you had a replay Act 1, replay Act 2, replay Act 3. That would be a big hope as well. But I often dismiss it because I don't know how difficult it would be to implement. But it would be cool. Because I know a lot of people want it because they don't want to remake their character with all the gear they have, with all the outfits they have, with, you know, with whatever they have. Top 5 wishes for 8.0. I'm gonna repeat it. Top 5 wishes for 8.0. Massive story drop to celebrate 15th year anniversary. Massive story drop with lots of, you know, not lots, but, you know, at least new explorable areas. One of them being number 2, Kashyyyk. I really hope to see Kashyyyk in SWTOR. So story drop, massive story drop, then Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk, where we get both the option for up in the trees and the Shadowlands, just like the Knights of the Old Republic, and then maybe include a flashpoint where you fight Trandoshans that is there to hunt the Wookiees. Maybe on Imperial you can help, and on Republic you can fight them. And a raid that includes a massive spider from the Shadowlands. There's my number 3, a raid. I really hope we get a raid in 8.0. And if that would be themed with a Kashyyyk, way, it's a win-win. And you could use all kinds of monsters that's in the Shadowlands as a general. And I think that would be really, really, really cool. Number 4, melee tech class. I want to see a melee tech class where you get to use a tech blade and then maybe some offhand semi-range weapon like a scatter gun, or maybe a blaster that you fire off for one ability or something like that. But as a general, you are a melee based tech class. And then number 5 is what a lot of people are requesting, would be to replay the story on your character from level, you know, from Tithe on and on. That would be my hopes and dreams for 8.0.